Hello, I'm back, everyone. This is Maxie Verity, who has uncontrollable hair. This is Let's Be Real, and I am here for Thanksgiving edition. So I wasn't able to do one uh, last month. Where am I at? But I wanted to do one for, well, obviously, this week is America's Thanksgiving, and also it is start of the holiday season. So, as everyone knows, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I don't know what other ones there are. I'm sorry if I missed your holiday. I apologize. I didn't mean to just give you the shaft. But the point being is that it is officially kicking off the season for giving. Yay! So, this Thanksgiving, I am giving back. Yes, I am. So I say that because if you've followed my Instagram or my Twitter, you'll probably see that basically every couple weeks I'm always leading the charge and saying charity first, and I'm always giving back. And giving back doesn't mean you have to spend money. Just volunteering at a local soup kitchen, at a hospital. You can even be a big brother, a big sister, Girl Scouts, etc. Google that. Possibilities are truly endless. For me, I love to volunteer. I think that when you start putting good out in the world, it kind of it goes into that little bank account like a penny, and every penny of good and happy and love you put in my mind at least, it makes the world a better place. I think that doing good definitely makes you feel better as well, because you can help out people without being so narcissistic, saying, well, I did this for everyone. Uh, but for me, I just love to give back. And if you've been following me for a while, you probably realized that. And you can probably tell, I think between my vlogcast or my vlogcast, I think is how I said it on Instagram, or even my previous posts, just Maxie. I'm totally 100% an advocate. I'm an activist. So yeah, this is like my time. Like, I love this time of the year, I should say. So, just to give you some ideas, some of the areas that you can give back to, especially is hurricane relief. Especially Puerto Rico is in desperate need of help. Now, what do I mean by help? Sadly, I do mean money. They are still mostly without power. If you've just Google Puerto Rico, and I mean it's devastating. I am definitely a lover of the island of enchantment, which is what Puerto Rico is known as. I've spent many summers there, as well as vacations as a child. Growing up, we've always went to Puerto Rico. That was like our spot. So to see all the streets that I once walked on, to be bare, to see the houses be destroyed, to see there's literally this bridge that connects one side of the island to the other, and it completely is destroyed, and people are going through the water to go to school, to get to work, to even get basic necessities, and the water is completely contaminated. I mean, if you walk in it, you have to throw away your clothes, and people are doing this every single day. So they desperately need help, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands, Mexico. That earthquake was devastating. Also, obviously, the recent earthquake that happened in Iran and Iraq, I believe, as well as obviously Texas and Florida also had a major earthquake. As well as you just have to sort of, for me, I think, what would I want if it was reversed? And once I started to think of it not as like, oh, that happened on one side of the country, it'll never happen to me. Once I stopped with that logic and like I flipped my mind to start thinking, okay, this could definitely happen to me. How would I want to be treated by someone? I wouldn't want someone to say, I don't really need to give anything to you. It didn't happen to me. I'm over on the other side of the country. Who cares? And that's really, for me, what sort of sparked my activism and my giving back. Now, before this, I was volunteering a lot. I always had like a heart. Obviously, I wasn't like, oh, whatever, you're suffering, boo-hoo for you. But I just think it sort of elevated it. And one of the organizations that I absolutely love, and I'm happy now that they have finally put up ways to give back that includes using social media, which is Reach Out Worldwide. And if you don't know about it, just Google Paul Walker, the actor from Fast and Furious, who unfortunately died almost 4 years ago in a tragic car accident. But anyway, on a lighter note, he did leave a huge impact on the world. He started this organization called Reach Out Worldwide, which helps disaster relief. And they are absolutely amazing. I love giving my money to them. I love buying stuff from their merch shop. I tell everyone about them. So yeah, it's definitely one place to check out. Also, if you're more into expressing your story and how, you know, you've overcome something in your life, check out on Google Today I'm Brave, which is another great organization. Or if, you know, maybe that's not, you know, your thing. Maybe you're not really into disaster relief. You're not really, feel like you have a story to tell. Well, I have this other organization I love, love, love. And it's interesting because I didn't even know this, but did you know there's actually modern human slavery? And that, especially like with me in the United States, it can happen in any state. Like whether you're from a wealthy state like California, or you're off the grid in Alaska, or you're down in Miami. Human trafficking happens everywhere. Obviously, London, it can happen to you. In Ireland, Greece, Hungary, Sydney, Melbourne. It just is everywhere. And so this organization that I also love, called the End It Movement, you might have heard about it because every year it's Red X Day, and they have you on your wrist put a big red X, and that's to shine a little light on slavery and human trafficking. And what's interesting also is that not only is it women that are being sought after, but it's also men and children. So their organization not only helps to try to stop it, but they also help with survivors and to help reacclimate them back into our world. And also help them with, you know, support and things. Or, as I like to say, charity starts at home. You can also give back or volunteers, odd as that's probably going to sound once I explain myself, to family. So say you haven't talked to Aunt Gladys in like 5 years because you don't really like her and maybe she smells. That's a good reason. I mean, okay, I'm with you there sometimes. The point is just reaching out to your Aunt Gladys will really touch her. And, you know, you might be like, oh my God, I can't believe I had to talk to her. But you're going to feel better because God forbid something happens to her, you won't feel like you just neglected everything. Or even if you don't have an Aunt Gladys, and I don't personally have an Aunt Gladys, so to anyone's named Gladys, I'm sorry, I just randomly name popped in my head. I absolutely love just sending texts to my friends who are like family, because remember, DNA does not make a family. All we really need in this world is love. So that's what we do need in our family, is love. So I like to send like, hey, love you texts, because I hate using the phone. I'm a typical millennial. I can do anything you need me to on the computer. I can email like a queen, but do not ask me to pick up the phone and talk on it. I don't do that well. So whether you're, so say you're at Christmas Eve, why don't you text your best friend? Maybe you guys couldn't get together to celebrate before the holidays. So just give them a text and say, hey, I love you, I miss you. Or, your cousins, because maybe they live across the country from you. But it's all just about putting in the effort and just doing one small act of kindness, no matter how big, whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to give $1,000, or how small, like just passing someone on the street and saying hi. It's amazing what happens when these little small acts all come together. Okay, so this is Let's Be Real, the vlogcast, the vlogcast, part vlog, part podcast. I am Maxie Verity, and I will see you guys next week.